Head to the start of the Achilles 5K St. Patrick's Day race. It's nice when the race start is right in your backyard. This is week 14 of the vlog. Sunday was the St. Patrick's Day 5K Achilles run. It's my second year in a row doing it. Really love it because it starts at Steam Whistle, which is just about 600 meters from here. And you start from Steam Whistle, you run across Bremner, you go up Spadina and cross Wellington to the 2.5K mark, and then you basically retrace your steps back to Steam Whistle. One big misconception about 5Ks is a lot of people will say to me, oh, like, you're just doing a 5K, like, that's really easy. And I would completely disagree. It's very different pain from a triathlon or a half Ironman or an Ironman or a marathon, but it is painful in its own way, because you're running so much harder, so much faster right from the gun. So whereas in a marathon you might still be feeling relatively comfortable 21K in, 100 meters into a 5K you can already feel your heart beating out of your chest. So I do love doing 5Ks as a good test of fitness, because I just I find it very difficult to run at those same sort of paces outside of race settings. So the race went relatively well for me. I think my time was 17:04, so it was about 10 or 11 seconds slower than last year. I'm not entirely sure why this year was slower than last year, because I do feel like it's fitter. The weather was definitely different. This year it was much colder. The race started at 10:30, and I didn't even leave here until a little after 10:20. I jogged to the race start as my warm up, and overall I would say the race went pretty well. I think I ran pretty even pace throughout the race. It's hard to know exactly because with all the skyscrapers around here, it really messes up your GPS. But I felt strong, and in the second half, I was able to pick off some of the people in front of me. So really proud of my effort. Really good to just see where my fitness is at. It would have been nice to run faster than I ran at this race last year, but I still do think it's a good indication for where my fitness is at. So next race coming up is around the Bay in 2 weeks' time. So that is a race I'm looking forward to. I haven't raced there in a couple of years, and I think that the big hill with about 4K to go or so is back at that course. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I've had a couple questions about what I think about during a race, and that really depends on just what the race is and how long I'm going to be out there for. So for example, for the Achilles 5K, a lot of what I was thinking about just had to do with keeping my cadence really high and trying to run with really good form. So I wasn't looking at my watch to figure out what my paces were. I wasn't concerned at all about nutrition. I was running very much just based on how I feel and making sure that I keep my cadence high, because when I get tired, I get lazy and I try and take longer steps and my cadence slows down a lot. That'll be different to what I'm thinking about out around the Bay in a couple weeks' time. So during that race, I'll have to think a lot more about nutrition and making sure that I'm getting nutrition in, and my pace, especially in the first about 20K of the race. Because if I'm going out too hard, then I'm really going to suffer in the latter stages. So I want to make sure that I stick to my pace, and then if I have anything extra left in the final 10K, then I can finish really strong. Thanks a lot for watching this week's video. If you like what you see, please click the subscribe button down below. Until next time, happy training.
Oh, this you crazy mother...